how we are utilizing, for what purpose we are using. Mobile phone is mainly for speaking. Nowadays, only for texting or for entertainment. We have to define for what purpose we are using the gadgets. So nanomaterials for the next generations mainly used to manufacture the more powerful computers and satellites. Lightweight materials used for satellites. Nowadays, you can see the computer size also gradually reduced. Then it also used for faster car and plane designs, and also it is giving better performance in the microchips and batteries. Because of its outstanding mechanical, electrical, this kind of properties. Due to electrical properties, mechanical energy to be converted into electrical energy, right? Magnetic energy or optical source, we are keeping the battery and also used for microchip. And also it used for producing the empty armor, artificial muscles, and drug medicines. So we can realize this kind of application nowadays based on the technology development. Sometimes we can dream it, we couldn't realize it. Now the technology also supporting for the next kind of implementations. This is the nanoparticles, how it was. So we couldn't avoid how we are using. So automatically we are inhaling and also by organ itself, by skin itself it was penetrating into the body. That is because the drawback by using the nano materials. So here the oxidative mechanisms of related to silver nanoparticle, sorry, gold nanoparticle. So due to that, the RNA also started to damage. So more organs started to damage due to the nanoparticles.
Manufactured nanomaterials, health, safety, and the environment. Nanotechnology is an emerging field that operates in dimensions a billion times smaller than a millimeter. In this amazing nano world, atoms and molecules can be turned into tiny building blocks called manufactured nanomaterials. Unique properties of nanomaterials have a whole range of applications in manufacturing, commerce, agriculture, and medicine. Carbon nanotubes are an example of nanomaterials with applications in lightweight constructions of great strength, such as bicycle frames or tennis rackets. Nanometals and nanometal oxides, such as nanosilver, are used in antibacterial coatings of products such as band-aids, utensils, and fridges. Nanozinc and titanium oxide are used in sunscreens and other cosmetics. Other sorts of nanomaterials are also found in transistors, solar cells, and other electrical applications. Concerns have been raised by consumer groups, unions, and environmental groups as to whether explosion of manufactured nanomaterials might have adverse effects on humans and the environment. With chemical toxicity, the harmful effect usually depends on the dose of the chemical absorbed and the amount of ongoing exposure you receive. For nanomaterials, while we can measure the dose and estimate the toxicity as we would for other chemicals, we still need a better understanding of how exposure may pose health risks because of the unique properties of nanomaterials. So far, most of what we know in this area has come from studies of airborne ultrafine particles in the environment that are emitted from vehicle exhausts, office equipment, and industry. These ultrafine particles deposit in the lungs, penetrate tissues, and even become absorbed into the bloodstream or brain. As a result, there are fears that airborne carbon nanomaterials of a certain shape may pose a threat to our health in a similar way. Protecting ourselves from the sun and avoiding the risks of skin cancer is a vital part of remaining healthy in Australia. But recently, sunscreens containing nanomaterials have raised community concerns over the potential dangers of using them. Despite this debate, There is no question sunburn is far more dangerous to your health than applying sunscreen. Nanosilver is used for antibacterial properties in several consumer products, including clothing and white goods. But when these nanomaterials are released into the environment, what impact do they have on good bacteria? Recent laboratory studies have shown that concentrations of silver nanomaterials in soil and water may adversely affect the natural microbial balance of these systems. However, there is no firm evidence on what the implications may be in real environmental conditions. Many of the fears expressed about nanomaterials arise from a lack of understanding about how the unique properties of nanomaterials will interact with the environment in general. The good news is that the international scientific community, together with regulatory and government agencies, are supporting and coordinating research on the effect of these materials into learning. The combined effort of these organisations to understand the health, safety and environmental implications of nanomaterials means we are likely to recognise the potential risks these products may present. And it is possible that in many instances, nanomaterials represent no more risk than any other class of materials have done in the past. The emergence of nanotechnology represents both opportunities and challenges for our society, so it is important that we all understand the issues surrounding the use of nanomaterials. By being well informed, continuing research and appreciating the risks and benefits of this technology, we can keep ourselves safe from possible unintended consequences and benefit from the social, environmental and economic advantages of nanotechnology well into the future.
So by using the nanomaterial, we have more benefits. We started with that. The metro work also started, right? So we are ready to go with metro, so avoid the traffic, travel smoothly, right? But how the workers are doing the work, what are the risks of it? Without taking any safety measures, they were working under the bridge or whatever the pillars or heavy metals. Same kind of work. Here also we have to know what is nanomaterial, what are the uses of that, how to use. Suppose you are inhaling some nanomaterials, what will happen? It affects the lungs and also penetrates into the then the other liver, some kind of organs. Because of very minute particles, it cannot digest or something. It's a metal particle, so it will penetrate one by one. Due to its deposit, it creates some kind of cancer disease or some fungus or Alzheimer. Some kind of new diseases also starts. That's why we have to be very careful what kind of technology we are taking care of. Some capsules also we are taking, nano capsules or something. What about that remaining parts or unsolvable parts? That is the question, how the people were suffer. So initially it won't affect immediately, it will slowly give the side effects. So suppose if you are injured with the nanoparticles, it can penetrate deep into the lung tissues, which will lead to potential inflammations or respiratory issues or disease. And also this kind of nanoparticles trigger the allergic reactions or exceptional conditions like asthma or pulmonary diseases, that type. That's why we have to give the risk about awareness about the disease while inhaling near to the industries, and also we have to give some safety measures. These are the things the industry or manufacturing person have to take care of. That's why most of the industries will take care of that city or the town, that less pollutions or some other benefits they are doing. Suppose if you are inhaling this kind of small particles, what will just to see this.
What happens to these particles long term? To answer this, the UK researchers tracked video particles inhaled by rats for over 3 months. During the first week, their results seemed to agree with those reported in other studies. A small fraction of particles accumulated in the kidneys and liver, but in the liver, they appeared to pile up indefinitely. And what's more, the particles were cleared much more slowly from the lungs than previously observed. Together, these findings suggest that continuous exposure to nanoparticles could present a long-term toxicity risk. But before regulators slap warning labels on products containing nanoparticles, researchers will have to address a few issues. First, they'll have to prove that the nanoparticle pathway observed in rats is the same as humans. They'll also need to extend their study to include much more common nanomaterials, such as titanium dioxide and carbon black, found in cosmetics and paints. While no imminent danger has been proven, least of all the threat of a ravenous gray goo, the researchers' findings are telling. At the very least, they provide grounds enough for doubling efforts to examine the effects of nanomaterials on the body.
So this inhaled particles not only affect the lungs, they also affect the brain. Okay. So the particles will penetrate via the blood, whatever the nerves. That's why we have to take care how we are using. And the toxicity is what they were saying is the double-edged spark. So how we are using according to that, we will get the benefits. This nanotechnology would poses the toxic risk while inhaling the nanoparticles or due to the manufacturers or computers. So we have to give some practical studies related to how to identify and how to mitigate the risk associated with the materials. We are using the sunscreen without knowing the cancer causes. But for a few months it will give a good result. We started to use. The same time for weight loss or some other purpose. For gym, we are using some other muscle proteins. Without knowing, we are started to enjoy. Later only we came to know that the side effects. The same time with the nanotechnology, which are described by the doctors or advised by the nutritionists. Without knowing that, we are started to use. That's why we have to make the awareness how to use the nanomaterials. And these nanoparticles will interact with the biological systems very easily to prevent adverse health outcomes. So here also we have to consider how the particles we are using for what purpose. And also we have to prioritize the safety studies in the development of nanotechnology to ensure the public health and safety. So instead of creating the product, suppose we are developing a project or product, instead of advertising, we have to give a drawback also. Or what are the cautions while using long-term. Without knowing we are using the mobile, right? Suppose 1 hour, 2 hours or 3 hours if we are using, what happened? Your eyes started to irritate, right? Because of dryness. The device getting very heat. So most of that are there, but without telling, they were giving only the merits of that. So according to that, we started to buy and use. By using only we came to know that. These are the errors in this. So what are the health effects in due to nanoparticles? This is a toxicity risk. Because of the nanomaterials enter into the body, via the inhalation or ingestion or skin contact also is possible. So due to that, it will be possible to create asthma, cancer, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Some other heart disease is also possible. Okay. So the environmental impact means this also consists in the air, water and soil. Okay. Sometimes smokers are affected by the lung disease. Passive users also sometimes affected because of smoking. Not smoking, because of inhaling the dust particles. The same kind of industry waste will be dissolved in the air or water or in the soil. Due to that also will spread to the all kind of things. So the risk factors are heightened during the fabrications or handling are also discussed. So how we are fabricating, how we are using like medical waste, how they were disposing according to that, right? Otherwise, that city or that area also polluted. So in the health issues, we can categorize as two kind of effects. One is the positive effects due to nanomaterials, or negative effects due to the nanomaterials. The positive effect means it is ready to cure the deadly diseases like cancer, heart attacks, Alzheimer's. So this kind of disease also cured by using the nanoparticles. The negative effect means this nanomaterial is also possible for causing. So the theory part, right? So you bear and listen it. While due to the health issues, human health risks, so how it was means we have discussed due to the inhalation or skin or the intestine, it was entering. And also nowadays we started using the carbon nanotubes. So it's the alternate of transistors. It also possible to cause the cell disease. And also one kind of diseases. So through that, nowadays we are starting to create more kind of research how to use the nanomaterials in the effectively without affecting the human health. Same points will be repeating with the negative and positive effects. How to minimize the risk means we have to do the surface modifications and also functionalization of the nanomaterials. Like the pacemaker we are using within the skin, right? What is pacemaker? Yes? It's alternate work of the heart, right? Or artificial heart. So it's made up of some metals too. So we are keeping inside the heart. So the corrosions or the resistivity, everything is depends on that. In one film also they are showing that this kind of electronic parts or kind of organs we started to use, anyone is easily affected. In one film they show in right, they playing to increase the heart rate or decreasing the heart rate. You watch that film. So that also possible. Everything is in our parts. It's possible for that kind of happiness. Nanomaterial which is used in the refrigerator cooling purpose. So here some normal liquid along with the nanoparticles, they were creating the nanofluid. This kind of nanofluids only used in the refrigerator. Normally the water is used for making the cooling. Okay, it reacts with the gas and it will absorb the heat and releasing the cooling, right? Recycling the process. Instead of normal water, if you are using some metals, it easily heat and also easily cool. So according to that, the nanofluids are used in the refrigerator to maintain the proper temperature. And most of the 60s also they were using the cooling condenser for maintaining the temperature. This is a nano fluid which is used in the domestic refrigerator or industrial or air conditioner. Whenever we are using the cooling the fruits or medicines, all the places we are using this kind of nano fluids. So now we started to use more kind of applications in the nano technology. How it was friendly with human, whether it is good for human or what aspects we have to think of that. So they were raising some questions. What are the potential and safety risks with the nanomaterial applications? How to use? Who is responsible if something happens? Suppose while charging your mobile is first. Right? Who is responsible for that? Actually, what they were stating, only 8 hours you have to charge, you put for a long time. But some other terms they were giving. But actually, due to the fabrication or manufacturing fault also, it started to burst. Then we have what kind of rights give. Sometimes they were giving more guarantee for this. While going changing for guarantee, then only they were giving this only included is a not included. So by buying, we have to know what are the merits, what are the things we cover. Who is responsible if anything has happened because of new items or new technology comes to the market? Then what are the rights of individuals affected by nanotechnology products or processes? And how do we protect society from the risk and toxicity of the nanotechnology or nanomaterials or nano devices? Nowadays, due to the electronic ICs integrations, every one of us have a mobile, right? Initially, in a small village, they have only one thing, only cycles they have. Now, in family, 4 members means 4 vehicles we have, then 4 mobile phones, sometimes TV also. Room wise, we are expecting the TV. So the electronic gadgets are increased day by day. Is it good or not? Why we are using this kind of electronic gadgets? We are watching mobile, we are using laptop, we are using smart TV. All the things only for entertainment, right? Is there any other than important? We are spending more time for entertainment than studies. So, whatever the devices are available in the market, we have to decide ourselves what things we need. Okay, when we have to use. At the evening, we can use whatever mobile or after TV. Saturdays, Sundays, you can. Initially, we asked if you don't listen music or don't watch movies. Nowadays, as a parent, we are asking, please watch movie. Instead of watching reels. Simply, they were using 2 hours or 3 hours. They didn't know or they didn't get what they were watching. Simply watching. You couldn't capture it in your mind, you couldn't state what you are watching and why you are watching. And also, these kind of short videos will give some information that way you have to eagerly wait what will be taken. In case of films, while fight or while songs or some other sorts, we can relax ourselves. So your eye and organs will take rest. You calculate yourself how long your eyes are working for watching on this screen. So nowadays it will be good after 5 years, after 10 years. What happened in your eyes, organs. The brain also started to decay. We couldn't take any decisions quickly. Lazy guys started using this kind of mobile usages. Less sleep, right? These are because of yourself only, right? It's not depends on the parents or not depends on the curriculum or institutes. You are asking mobile for your studies, you are asking laptop for your studies. How many of you using your laptop for doing work? By buying, you will check the configurations, this and that are available, right? Now, what is the gaming laptop also? Already they were playing with the Play Store, with the TV, smart TV. Again, gaming laptop. Also, your mobile. Why this much of gaming for your body and day? Mind relaxation. Is it need? Once you enter into a student as a college, it will be good to become an engineer, right? At the end, after 4 years, you want to place in a good company, you have to study. Due to this 4 years effect only, you can sustain for 40 years. What you are studying these 4 years. According to that only, they were placing, right? This is the time you have the hard work here, instead of enjoying with the unwanted electronic entertainments. As a final years, you have to decide where you want to place, either core company or in the software side. Either 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. Fix it. First you dream yourself. Instead of asking parents or friends or some others, you decide the goal yourself. And check with your placement cell or CDS, which is the highest salary for our department. You try that. What they need, either CGPA or the programming skill, according to that you develop. Or these are not enough for you, try in our campus.